This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
Hey folks, this is Valerie Lauer with the iPhoneAppReview.com, here with a video app review of an app called the Ordinary app. The theme there being that it's an ordinary application, but that you can expect wonderful results, or extraordinary results, excuse me. This is an application that gives you a new saying, a new helpful phrase, inspirational phrase every day of the year. And several times a week those come with, as you see here on our current one, links to outside articles from the ordinarywords.com page. Ordinary Words, we will learn a little bit about that here in a moment. This is an application based on the same system and principles in writing. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of walk you through what's in the app, and we'll talk a little bit more about what's involved and what we think of it here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. So if you press the information button on any page, it will take you to this information menu. Now we're going to go into the settings first, and one of the neat things about this application is that you can change the background color, say to blue. You can actually change the font style, which is nice. Say you just love Georgia, and then you're going to go there. And you can actually change the font color as well. We'll leave it black for the time being. And you can update the text size as well, so that if you need to see bigger font, you can go all the way up to 30. And if you want smaller font, you can go down to 1. I don't necessarily suggest going to 1, but somewhere in the middle there might work best for you. And as you can tell, it changes automatically. So very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and go back to light blue just because it's easy to see. There we go. And easy to read, I think, while we're doing our video. But there are a couple options there. Now, the About section is where we're going to learn a little bit more about what this app is all about. As it mentions here, the founder of this Ordinary Words program, his name is Danish Ahmed. He is an albino Pakistani who is blind, and he has a book out of these sayings and writes the articles that the application links out to. And again, mostly it's cultural sayings. In this case, obviously this week it's today's from Mother Teresa. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. So again, just a nice thought. And this is meant to improve your daily life, to improve your business arrangements, everything. There is an instructions area, which I think is helpful. It does tell you what to expect. Again, about that you're going to be getting a new message every day on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It includes a link to an article like the one does today on Friday. And then on Saturdays, you actually get a link to a video that contains your song, entertainment, or commentary to help you kind of drive these lessons home. And then just some information about how successful this can help you and how it can help you in your life. So that's your menu section of the application. Underneath, the quote of the day again is that link. If you just tap on it, it opens up in on your Safari browser. So it doesn't have a built-in browser, which I wish it did, so it wouldn't take you back and forth, but oh well. And there's usually an inspirational picture. And the next section down here has a couple different options. There's a message journal option. You can actually tap on this, and you can write in anything you like. And when you're done, you would just tap on save. Now, what you can do is anytime you have one of these pulled up and you have written a message or a journal, you can actually go into view journals, and you can go through and view the ones you've mentioned and the ones you've had comments on to see them from the past. Now, there isn't any other way necessarily to scroll through these or to go back to the ones you liked. However, there is kind of a cool feature. In addition to having a new one come up every day, you can actually shake it. Yep, and after a little shaking, you get to a different picture and a different message. Now, if any of these are messages that you'd like to share, you can tap on Share This Message. It pops up an automatic option to send an email, which we'll cancel that for now, but you can do that right from the application. And if you've gone through and shaken it a couple times and seen a couple different messages and you want to go back to today's, you can always tap and go back to today's insight to get you back to the beginning. So again, a very interesting application. The thought process here is good. I mean, just positive messages about your life that you're living, and just advice for how to live it. This Ordinary Words system is interesting. You take a gander at the site. And again, you will because you'll be clicking on some of these links during the week. This application does cost $2.99, so there is a cost for it. Here at the iPhoneAppReview.com, we did give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I like the idea a lot. However, I think the execution could have a little polishing, a little bit more of an option. I'd love it if it was universal, where it actually looked good on the iPad and filled up the whole screen, or had an option to do that, because it's easier to type journals and things like that on there. And I also wish it had an option to scroll through these messages as opposed to having to shake it to get to different ones. So just a couple thoughts, but all in all, a good application and quite moving and quite interesting. So again, this has been Valerie Lauer here with the iPhoneAppReview.com with a video app review of an ordinary app. Until next time.